I had always thought that love was supposed to feel safe, warm, and comforting. But lately, I had begun to question that belief. It all started when we first met. He was charming, attentive, and made me feel like the most important person in the world. For a while, everything felt perfect. But then, little things began to change. His words started to sting, disguised as jokes. His patience wore thin, and I could see flashes of anger in his eyes when things didn't go his way. I didn't know what to make of it at first. Maybe it was just stress, or maybe I was overthinking it. But then one evening, everything changed. We were sitting in the living room, watching TV. I had accidentally bumped into him while getting up. I didn't even realize it at first, but before I could apologize, his hand shot out, and he shoved me back into the couch. I froze. For a moment, I couldn't breathe. He looked at me, his eyes cold, and muttered, "Don't ever do that again." I wanted to speak, to tell him how wrong it was, but the words got stuck in my throat. I didn't know what had just happened. Was it my fault? I told myself it was a one-time thing, a mistake. He was sorry the next day, and I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust that this wouldn't happen again. But it did. It happened again, and again. Each time, it was worse. He didn't just push me anymore. Now, he would shout, call me names, belittle me. It was as though the person I loved had disappeared, replaced by someone who only saw me as an object to control. I tried to leave once, but he begged me to stay, promised things would change. "I love you," he said, his voice trembling. I wanted to believe him. I wanted to believe that love could heal him, could fix what was broken inside him. But deep down, I knew I couldn't save him, and I couldn't save myself by staying. The last time it happened, I knew I couldn't make excuses anymore. He hit me, hard, and I felt the pain ripple through my body. The tears came instantly, but this time, they weren't just from the physical pain. They were from the realization that I had stayed far too long, hoping things would get better. That was the moment I knew I had to leave. I packed my things, my hands shaking, my heart racing. I called a friend, someone I knew I could trust. They didn't ask questions, just said, "Come here. You're safe now." As I walked out the door, I realized something important. No one deserves to feel afraid in their own home. No one deserves to be hit, no matter the reason. That night, I found solace in the arms of my friend, but I also found strength within myself. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I was ready to start over. I was ready to heal, to rebuild myself from the ashes of the person I used to be. It was over. And for the first time in a long time, I felt free.